I'm sorry, Ms. Walker. You've missed the best window for surgery. Ariel Walker stood frozen, holding the lab report confirming her endometrial cancer. It took her a long time to gather herself before dialing Colton Zeller, her husband Jason Larkin's secretary. The phone rang for ages before Colton finally picked up. His tone was as lazy as ever. Yes, Mrs. Larkin? Ariel curled her stiff fingers into a fist. Where's Jason? I need to talk to him. Mr. Larkin is unavailable. Can you at least pass him the phone? Before Colton could answer, a soft voice came through the receiver. Jason, what's with all the secrecy? What's the big surprise? Look up. Ariel heard the familiar, deep voice that held a tenderness she would never receive. The next moment, Colton hung up the phone. At the same time, a thunderous explosion echoed across the harbor. Ariel lifted her head, her face drained of color. Beautiful fireworks burst into the night sky, painting the darkness with dazzling streaks of color, just like in fairy tales. Outside the hospital, a crowd had gathered. Did you hear? The CEO of 𝗵𝗵𝗽𝗁, Mr. Larkin, spent over $20 million on this fireworks show for his girlfriend's birthday. It's Nancy Stanton we're talking about, an Arcadia Tech PhD. Every top company in the country is fighting to hire her. She's smart, gorgeous, comes from an elite family, and her boyfriend is rich and ridiculously hot. No wonder Mr. Larkin adores her. A woman like that is a status symbol. Ariel stared at the brilliant fireworks for a long time before her fingers slowly loosened. The lab report slipped from her grasp, fluttering to the ground. She turned and walked away. Jason returned home in the early hours to find Ariel sitting alone in the dark living room. He flipped on the light, frowning. Why aren't you asleep? She looked up at him. His jacket was draped over his arm. His cold eyes met hers as impassive as ever. For years, Ariel had convinced herself that he was simply distant by nature. But tonight she finally understood. The man she shared a bed with was ice, but in another woman's world, he burned like fire. I couldn't sleep, she said quietly. By the way, I went to the hospital today. Jason tossed his jacket onto the couch and asked casually, what did the doctor say? Ariel had been complaining about stomach pain for weeks. He had promised to take her to get it checked out but kept postponing it. Whether it was a multi-million money contract or tricky project issues, something always came up. Just yesterday, Jason had told her he'd go to the hospital with her. But Nancy actually hid her birthday from him? He had rushed straight to Nancy's side, barely making it in time to set off the fireworks. Ariel, as it turned out, hadn't even crossed his mind. Nothing serious. I'll be fine. Ariel lowered her gaze. What about you? What brings you home tonight? Jason hesitated for a second, then stepped closer. He pulled her into his arms, his breath warm against her neck. His voice was low and husky as he said, it's your ovulation window. You were the one who agreed to sleep with me on these nights every month to give my family an heir. Have you forgotten?